Hey there, in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to start an LLC for your clothing brand. If you're looking to take your fashion business to the next level and protect your personal assets, this step-by-step guide is exactly what you need. I will show you everything that you need to know about forming an LLC specifically for a clothing brand, and even how to set one up in just a few minutes. Let's start with the 5 main steps to forming an LLC for your clothing brand. First, you'll need to choose a name for your LLC. Second, you'll need to find a registered agent. Third, you'll file your articles of organization. Fourth, you'll get an EIN for your business. And fifth, you'll create an operating agreement. I'll go through each of these in detail so that you know exactly what to do. So step 1 is naming your LLC. When choosing a name for your clothing brand LLC, there are some important rules that you must follow. Your name must include limited liability company, LLC or LC, or some other designation at the end. The name should also be unique and not already in use by another business in your state. It also can't cause any confusion with any government agencies. For a clothing brand, you might want something that reflects your style or aesthetic, but make sure that it's distinctive and original. You can do a free name search on your state's Secretary of State website to check if your desired name is available. This is actually a very important first step because if your name isn't available, then you'll need to come up with a new one before you can proceed. Now, if you want to make this whole process a lot simpler, then I recommend using Northwest Registered Agent. They're an online platform that helps you set up your LLC with minimal effort on your part. I've used them personally for setting up multiple business entities, and they've been nothing but excellent for me. There's a link to their service with an exclusive discount in the description below. So step 2 is finding a registered agent. A registered agent is a person or a business that receives important legal documents on behalf of your LLC, such as legal forms, legal notices, or lawsuit documents. If your clothing brand ever gets sued or the state needs to contact you officially, then they'll do it through your registered agent. Who can be a registered agent? Well, they must be a resident of the state where your LLC is formed or a business authorized to operate in the state. They have to have a physical address in that state, not a P.O. box, and they must be available during business hours to receive documents. You can act as your own registered agent, but I don't recommend it for a clothing brand because your address is going to be public record and you're going to need to be available at that address during business hours, which can be pretty difficult if you're running around sourcing fabrics, meeting with manufacturers, or attending fashion events. And Northwest Registered Agent actually provides this service as part of their package, which is a very big convenience. Step 3 is filing your LLC Certificate of Formation, also called the Articles of Organization in some states. This document officially creates your LLC with the state. It includes the LLC name, the registered agent's information, the purpose of the LLC, in this case a clothing brand, the management structure, and other important details. The filing fee varies by state, but typically ranges from $100 to $500, and this is a mandatory fee that you'll need to pay regardless of how you file. For a clothing brand, you might want to specify that your business purpose is related to apparel design, manufacturing, or retail, though many states allow you to use a general purpose statement in that place. You can also file this document online through your state Secretary of State website, by mail, or through a service like Northwest Registered Agent. Filing online is usually the fastest method, but using a service ensures that everything is done correctly. Step 4 is obtaining an EIN, or employer identification number. Think of this as the social security number for your clothing brand. The IRS uses this to identify your business for tax purposes. You'll need an EIN to open up a business bank account, file taxes, and hire employees or contractors for your clothing brand. Getting an EIN is free and can be done directly on the IRS's website. It's a super simple process, just takes a few minutes as long as you have all the information ready. For clothing brands, having an EIN is particularly important if you plan to work with manufacturers, hire models, or bring on sales staff. Step 5 is creating an operating agreement. While it's not required in all states, an operating agreement is crucial for your clothing brand LLC because this document outlines how your business will operate, including ownership percentages, member responsibilities, profit distribution, and what happens if somebody wants to leave the company. For a clothing brand with multiple owners, this is especially important to clarify who owns the designs, how decisions about the brand direction will be made, and how profits from sales will be distributed. Now, even if you're the sole owner, having an operating agreement adds an extra layer of legitimacy to your LLC and can be helpful if you ever decide to seek investors or sell your brand. After forming your LLC, there are several important things to keep in mind. First, always keep your business and personal finances separate. Open up a business checking account for your clothing brand and get a business credit card. This separation is crucial for maintaining your liability protection. If you mix your personal and business funds, you risk piercing the corporate veil, which just means that you could be personally liable if your clothing brand gets sued. You'll also want to consider business insurance specific to the fashion industry, such as product liability insurance to protect against claims related to your clothing items. A business website is essential for a clothing brand, so be prepared to invest in a professional online presence where customers can view and purchase your designs. Now, if all of this sounds overwhelming, I completely understand, because starting a clothing brand, is already a creative and logistical challenge, and adding legal paperwork to the mix can be a little bit daunting. And that's why I recommend using Northwest Registered Agent to handle the LLC formation process for you. It's affordable, reliable, and will save you countless hours of research and paperwork. Now, let me just show you how easy it is to actually use Northwest's platform. So first, click on the exclusive discount link in the description below. This will actually take you to the website where you'll click on the button to get started. You'll be asked what type of business you're starting and in what state. Select LLC and choose the state that you want to form your clothing brand in. Next, you'll name your company. This is where you'll enter that perfect name that you've chosen for your clothing brand, along with the appropriate LLC designation. You'll then specify the purpose of your business, in this case, a clothing or fashion brand, and provide your business address. After that, you'll enter the members of the LLC, and if it's just you, that's fine, but if you have business partners, you'll include their information as well. You'll also provide your contact information so that Northwest can keep you updated on your filing status, and then you'll select any additional services that you might need. For a clothing brand, I do recommend getting an EIN through their service just to save you some time. You might also consider trademark protection for your brand name or logo, which, they can also help you with that as well. Finally, you'll submit your payment, and Northwest will handle the rest for you. They'll prepare and file all the necessary documents with the state, and they'll serve as your registered agent. The entire process takes only 3 to 5 minutes to complete on your end, which is, it's why I'm recommending it to everybody, because it makes starting your LLC super easy and lets you focus on what you do best, which is, creating amazing clothing designs. So once your LLC is formed, then you'll receive confirmation from Northwest, usually within a few business days, and then you can go on and proceed to opening your business bank account, setting up your accounting system, and officially launching your clothing brand under your new LLC. I hope that this video has been helpful in explaining how to start an LLC for your clothing brand, and all the resources that have been mentioned in this video are linked in the description below. Now, if you found value in this guide, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more business tips for entrepreneurs and creative professionals. Drop a comment if you have any questions about starting your clothing brand LLC, and I will do my best to help. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.